Yeah, let's get it. Straight up.
Been on the move, that's just a steady motion. Deep in the game, I'm drowning in the hustle. Turn the static down, I'm on my own frequency. Got that new money energy, living legendary. Turn the static down, I'm on my own frequency. Got that new money energy, living legendary.
Yeah, living legendary.
Uh-huh.
We're back. Welcome to Real Estate Lunchbox. I'm your host, Leon Duncan, and I'm back in the mix, guys. Hey, I wasn't here yesterday. If you don't know, this is Real Estate Lunchbox. I'm your host, Leon Duncan. Let me get this mic closer to me because far away mic means far away thoughts. Hey, man, I'm chilling. It's beautiful weather in Atlanta. Yo, Atlanta.
Oh no!
We at the Beltline, yo.
Congratulations, well done.
Beautiful weather in Atlanta, man. Beautiful. I almost didn't want to do this today. I was probably trying to go outside and walk around and play in the sand, scratch my balls. No, I'm sorry. Play in the sand. Enjoy the beautiful weather, but this is the Real Estate Lunchbox. I'm your host, Leon Duncan, and we do this Monday through Friday. This is where real estate meets the culture. And I always got some stuff I like to talk about, some things to enlighten you, to entertain you, to educate you. I can't never just give it to you raw because some of y'all will not listen. Some of y'all be like, what the hell this dude talking about? And y'all won't say, dude, y'all know what y'all say. Yeah. We have a client interested in one of your listings. Ooh, I like those. Looks like you went to... Ooh, this one probably did expire. It's probably about to. Who knows? But either way, I will get back to you. Yo, dude, you know, there's an AI, a buddy of mine's using like this AI app that can actually turn around and respond to text messages and calls and things like that. Either way. Let me tell you, I will, hold on. Let me see real quick. Make sure I get Vicky on the phone. Because if I don't, hey, make sure I get this right. Yeah, we doing a lot. We doing a lot.
Hello?
Hey, is this Vicky or Victor? I got a text from you. This is Leon. You gave me a call about a property that I had expired on the market.
Yeah, sorry, you were going back and forth. My AirPods were connecting.
No,
to
no,
get
it's cool.
back.
It's cool.
So,
I'm
all
gonna
good.
I'm gonna reach out to him. It just expired. I know he is interested in selling it. Let me reach out to him, give him a call, and I can call you back and let you know. Give me about an hour.
Okay, that works. Hey, I appreciate it.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
no problem, no problem. You have a great day. I'll talk to you shortly. And
You too.
if you don't hear
Talk to
from
you
me in
soon.
an hour because I'm jumping in and out of a meeting, just give me a call back. I'm gonna set my alarm just to call you when I'm out of this meeting.
Okay, that
Okay,
works for me.
cool. Thank.
Appreciate it, man.
All right,
Talk
man.
soon, okay?
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye. Yeah, man. We gotta sell some stuff because the market is going crazy. Sellers are panicking in Florida. Some of them are panicking in Georgia also. We're gonna talk a little bit about that. But you know, this is the Lunchbox, Real Estate Lunchbox. This is the hangout show. This is when we hang out and we talk real estate. So I talk real estate. Try to keep my ass away from politics. But we definitely talk about the technology and everything that's necessary for people to win in this real estate market because I'm all about finding solutions, not just about complaining what's there. So if you get a chance, check out my my market report for Miami versus Florida because we cover in Florida and Miami, which city is the best one to live in. And today we're going to talk about home renting in Miami and how insane these prices are down there. Okay, Miami is a very interesting place, beautiful people. Beautiful flow. I love Miami's weather. I just love Florida, period. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I lived in Florida for years and then I lived in Georgia. I lived in Georgia longer than Florida. But I just love my like Florida's mark. I love Florida's the sun. It's just something about the sun and just like slow old people. Some of y'all baby boomers. I love y'all. I love y'all. My neighbors are baby boomers. They slow, they little old, but who cares? They still top. They still popping. Yeah. Yeah. They still popping. They still popping. They popping. They bussin'. Yep. So we just adjusted some things, getting it going. But before we even jump into that, my man, this is a lunch hangout. Try not to make it more than an hour. If you're coming in right now, I know I'm like halfway through that 12 o'clock time frame. But don't mind me. I'm also a real estate agent, investor, broker, 20 years experience in the business. And this is just the shit that I do when I don't. Well, this is just the shit that I do. I guess you're not supposed to talk like that if you're trying to get clients, right? I don't know. I don't expect clients to come like this. I expect the people to be entertained, educated, and leave better. This is the way I kind of give back because honestly, the way it is right now,
Oh no!
they jumping out of real estate. No, agents are leaving left and freaking right. I knew this was going to happen once that NAR settlement went through. But dude, it's getting worse. But you got companies that are growing. Shout out to my people at EXP. Shout out to my people at Real. And there's another one, LGT. I don't know nobody down there. But the EXP people, you guys are growing. I used to be with EXP. Loved it. Great company. I'll probably go back again. This is not a message to any of y'all to message me. Don't do it because I won't go with you. This is not Avon. All right.
Oh no!
But let's get this cracking. All right, man. Just like everything, I like to talk about these real estate scams that are out here too, because I feel like the more you know, especially if you're going to buy, sell, the better you are. I didn't get caught by one of these, but they are catching agents and all of them in between. Let's rock.
Buying a house is the biggest purchase most people will ever make, and now thieves are trying to trick home buyers into sending their down payments to them.
Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray has been covering this problem since 2021, and Justin, the crooks have updated the scheme since then.
Yeah, Wendy, when I first started covering this problem, crooks were targeting closing attorneys. Now, as those law firms have tightened their security, the criminals are trying to get to you before the closing attorney does. Once that money has been wired to thieves, you're left with little recourse to get it back.
I received an email from who I thought was my realtor.
That email telling the Adaires it was time to wire closing funds for their soon-to-be new home. The real estate agent was looking forward to a smooth closing. A follow-up email provided the total amount due, nearly $9,000, and the wire instructions.
Everything was looked 100% legitimate.
But by the time the Adaires realized a scammer was spoofing their real estate agent's email, the money was gone, likely for good.
I think I probably didn't really want to get out of bed for like a week. And that's not like me. And
Yeah.
I just kind of was in a daze and very.
Man, I wouldn't get out of the bed for a week. You give me 30 days in.
Congratulations, well done.
So if you don't know, whenever you go to buy a house in this real estate market, this is the way it is. And I keep saying we need to go to blockchain. This will keep a lot of this shit from happening. And I tell people, if you aren't paying attention and you get an email and you're so excited to close, whether to buy or even to sell, you're going to miss this. And what they're doing, and I've seen it before, is more advanced now, but they are coming in spoofing emails. They used to just send like a fake email from the attorney. They used to spoof the attorney. Sometimes they didn't even have to fake the email, fake the fake email address from the attorneys because a lot of people just don't read.
Congratulations, well
So
done.
since reading is fundamental, but we just don't do any of it. And then when you're excited, your emotions are already like in a place and you're overly emotional. You're excited. You're going to close. Before they were sending it, saying this is the closing attorney, send me the money. And people will send them. And this is big in Atlanta. This got bigger. I know this happened in other states here and there, but in Atlanta, I think they were trumping it. They were really trumping it. Quick story before I get right back to this. I had a real estate agent I know fall for this from Nigerians, calling them from Nigeria.
Oh no!
And that boy felt so bad. They got him for 3 licks. They got the earnest money. They got it down. He said, "Man, Lee, can you loan me a G? We got to send this money over. That's the only way they're going to release it." That used to be it. Like, you send me this, I release the money over so we can go ahead and close. I want to make sure I don't have that money left on the table. But they will do that, and they have been doing that. Real estate come ups are the fastest way for these scammers to get you. because everybody's excited. Everybody wants to close. And that boy, I think my boy, I ain't seen him for a whole year. He was just like, "Ah, I can't believe I got took by Nigerian scammers." His brother sent him money. His mama gave him money. Friend gave him money. I know he's probably gonna watch this and be like, "Lee, why you talking about me?" But I know he can't help but laugh about it. It was years ago. It's over and it's done, bro. You know, but
Oh no!
they coming. They coming.
It's a form of wire fraud that Channel 2 Action News Investigates has been reporting on for 5 years now.
We had wired $250,000.
In 2021, Crooks posed as Denise Hendel's closing attorney.
It was kind of an overwhelming, kind of sickening feeling.
Since then, most closing attorneys are now using secure portals, not email, and have extra protections and warnings in place for this kind of fraud. But by posing as their real estate agent, the criminals got to the Adaires before the closing attorney did.
The money was gone. It was too late.
The Adaires were still able to close on their Bartow County home, but want to warn others about what happened to them.
I had to go into my retirement, which I didn't want to have to do, to fix all of this.
20 years ago, when we bought our first house, that would have done us in. We would not have made it past that.
And Bill Adair tells me he wishes he'd followed his gut here. He was uncomfortable from the beginning with the email instructions, so he even called to confirm everything, but he actually ended up calling the scammer. Now, never, ever wire money without directly reaching out yourself, confirming that. Also, they're going to be using secure portals these days. If they're trying to do this by email, beware.
And they got the house, so good for them, but this could happen to anyone. You have to be so careful.
Yeah, and they hadn't bought a house since 2017, so they weren't familiar with this new process, and that's how they got stuck here.
Don't get your butt caught out here with these people. And I'm sorry for these people. That is so sad, man. It's so sad. My buddy was depressed. I know I shouldn't be laughing at him, but dude, it's years later. If you can't laugh at stuff years later, you know, if you can't laugh at stuff years later,
Oh no!
come on. Nigerian scammers came and got it. They said, send me the money. If you release the money, my man, I will give you extra dollars. I'm not swearing to you. I will send the rest of the money so we can close the deal. Matter of fact, I want the lot behind you.
Oh no!
My man, let's buy the whole lot. The whole lot.
Oh no!
Listen, chill out. All right? I got a bunch of Nigerian clients, and I'm Liberian, so I know how they move, okay? Boom. Well, I'm American. I used to be. I was born there, came over 2 or 3. I will never go back. Never, ever, 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 ever. Oh, mailman. All right, cool. Let me stay on track. Nope, won't do it. Hell no, you can keep it. They scamming for real out there, bitch.
An Ashburn neighborhood is suddenly finding itself in the headlines after word got out homeowners there were being offered $4 million each to sell for data center development.
Ooh, I'm gonna tell you. First of all, we gonna cover these stories because the people need to know.
Oh no!
Y'all need to know what the heck is going on out here. Money is gonna be made during this real estate time. And a lot of people aren't going to understand how you're making money when everybody's losing their houses, when things are going crazy, things are going bananas. Money's not made when things are good. Money's made when things are bad. Businesses are built when things are bad. Look at your blue chip stocks. Come on, I'm calling you. I was looking at one Cintas, $500 and something per share. Started during the Great Depression. I think it's actually a little bit higher now or lower. But either way, the dividend payout is crazy. Money's made when it's good. So data centers are going to buy homes. They're going to buy large lots of land. This is not the first time I saw it. I saw a $24 million offer to a family that owned the land. I think they owned it since 1800, since the late 1800s. Oh yeah. This is getting good. $4 million. My buying is selling. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm selling. I'm like, Nick, listen, I'm a sign right here. And I'm going. Okay. I ain't taking the furniture. I'm leaving the clothes. I'm leaving the shoes. I don't care. Gucci, what? Keep it. Louis, what? Keep it. I can buy quadruple the amount of that.
But some residents say that headline doesn't at all represent an accurate picture of the quandary they face.
Yeah, Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Julie Carey visited the Regency HOA to try
I love that word, quandary. It's the quandary that they face.
to get more details behind this catchy headline.
The Regency neighborhood just off Waxpool Road in Ashburn is beautiful this time of year. 143 spacious half-acre lots, open space, just blocks to the metro and shopping. But here's the problem. On two sides, the subdivision is surrounded by data centers, and more are coming. There's noise, and they can be an eyesore. That led the former HOA president, Mittal Gandhi, a real estate developer, to devise a plan. He found a data center developer who would pay each homeowner roughly $4 million to buy them out.
Ooh. These homes don't look more than 500,000. Probably push at 800,000. In Ashburn, oh my hell. Look, you take it. Take it and go. The problem that this is going to happen more and more. The rise of data centers, and I've been talking about it on and off, and I'm a lover of AI. I love AI, dude. Yesterday I didn't do my we didn't stream because of I was putting together workflows and I had to test out a bunch of new AI tools, things that I wanted to encompass. It's gonna happen, and it sucks that they got it on the left and the right. Now, if they didn't have one anywhere, you know what I would say? Sell, baby, sell. If don't sell, baby, don't sell. If they didn't have any. But guess what? They got one on the left and the right of the subdivision. Hell no. Hell no, I ain't staying there. They loud, they mess with the water, and they raise electric prices. Yeah, all
Mostly
of that.
quiet for more than a year, the proposal was just spotlighted in a data center publication, then in the local paper. In a statement to News 4, Gandhi writes in part, "Our goal was to explore whether a true win-win-win solution existed for our community, our county, and a responsible developer. Even when those opportunities arise, bringing 143 homeowners together is incredibly challenging given the human element involved." He says he's continuing to see if all residents are willing to be on board. We spoke to at least a dozen residents about the proposal, but not one, including Gandhi, would agree to be interviewed on camera. Some telling me the proposal has created friction in the neighborhood. Others saying the original proposal will not move forward because not enough residents could agree to its terms. The HOA president issuing a statement reading in part,
"We not going to have any friction. We wouldn't have any friction. Your behind going to have to sell. Trust me, your behind is going to have to sell. For milli, there is nothing in this. There's no house. These houses come and go. I don't care if your parents ain't been there since 1800, like the mother groups, the other family. They gonna have to sell. They gonna have to sell. I'm rolling up at your house. We talking mid at night. I'm leaving on the Facebook page for the HOA. I'm saying all the wrong shit. Everything I ain't supposed to say. I'm talking to you. I don't get it. You can't be emotional about this business. And people that get emotional in real estate, whether you're buying or selling, you end up losing. That is a rule. Remember this. Talking to you from a 20-year vet. Don't get emotional. Sell, baby, sell. Or hold. Hold, baby, hold. But don't get emotional about it. Shit.
currently no offer to purchase the Regency homes for data center development. One big hurdle to any sort of redevelopment here, this is currently zoned residential. And that means any application to permit a data center here would require every single homeowner to also sign on to that application. Supervisor Sylvia Glass represents this area. Her office says she is aware Regency has received outreach from data center developers and she's spoken to residents. But she adds in a written statement, I am not involved in any negotiations the community may be having, and no rezoning application has been submitted to Loudoun County. While development opportunities might exist for an area so close to the Ashburn Metro Station, the county's comprehensive plan calls for housing, commercial, and civic uses on that land.
So this is what I'm seeing, and this is what I project. This is just my projection. I think I'm probably 99% right on this. We're already seeing a rise of data centers. We're going to see a rise of the impact of data center on water and electricity. Yup. And then somebody's going to discover down the line damn, and it might be 10, it might be 15 years from now. We should have never put this so close to the city. It should have been out where the cows are. But then again, the cows are going to eat the grass. They're going to drink the water. And that shit is going to be in the meat. Y'all. These data centers need to be far away from people. They need to be far. You should be driving, getting a job at a data center and driving like, damn, I got to drive an hour to this damn data center. That's where it should be, an hour and a half. Because I'm all for technology, but technology killing people? Nah, I ain't for that. I ain't for that. And people just don't care, honestly. Some of y'all really, not y'all, but some people, they really don't care. They really don't care. They don't care at all. All of those municipality people voting for people and putting people that's saying, hey, you know, y'all can come and build a data center and we'll give you a tax break. Don't give them no tax break. They are making it where our electric bills jump 20, 30, 40%. And that needs to be respected. That needs to be changed. I don't care what Trump signed, put in order, and I'm a Trump guy. Yeah. But he's wrong on this. They need to ban it. They need to ban it. They need to find a way to keep it away and out of the mix of people. If they don't.
Still, even some residents who tell me they've rejected the original proposal say they are open to other options. They say the quality of life in the dream home they bought here 20 or 30 years ago is no longer the same with more data centers looming on their horizon. In Ashburn, Virginia, I'm Julie Carey, News 4.
This is happening in Georgia, Virginia. I saw Dakota. Ooh, boy, boy, boy. It makes me think of one of those movies where you see the factories overshadowing the homes and the future of what it's supposed to be like. All for the money, all for the bill. Oh, man. People do some real strange stuff and real bad stuff for this bread. for the bread. Look, I didn't even put this together. Look, I'm running. I didn't even put this together. Y'all just got to take it the way you got it. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's jump over to this, man. Yo, you hanging out with me. Listen, like, subscribe, follow. You're listening to this. Like, subscribe, follow. I appreciate you guys jumping on this lunchtime hangout. Leave a comment, any questions. I'm happy to answer any of your questions. If it's real estate related. If it ain't real estate related, you're going to get a crazy answer from me. Because that's just the way I'm rolling. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. You know, it's not as beautiful in Florida, though. Florida rentals, this is the thing. I'm going to be on Miami. I did this, living in Miami versus living in Atlanta. If you are living in Miami, please, I don't know how you guys do it. If you want to move to Miami, just go ahead and check out my Miami, living in Miami guide, living in Miami versus living in Atlanta. Free guide, free information, links in the description. All I want to do is share with you the data so you make a calculated, educated decision. That's it. But let's go.
Miami. I'm standing in front of one of the best deals that you're going to get in Miami. This could be your new home. Now, come check this out. It is fully redone inside, remodeled, and it is cozy, comfortable.
Hold on. Did this dude said that's 12? How much is this again? 1,200 Liberty City. Oh, hell. Would you pay 1,200 for this? Let me know.
Miami. I'm standing in front of one of the best deals that you're going to get in Miami. This could be your new home. Now, come check this out. It is fully redone inside, remodeled, and it is cozy, comfortable, and $1,200 a month. Great price point for all that space. Look at how much space that is. Come inside. Here is your patio, and you enter into your kitchen over here. Check out this kitchen. You got lots of space for your stuff. Come this way. Here you have your bathroom. Let's take a look. Check out the bathroom. A full bathroom and a huge amount of space. Here you have space for a couch and
Is that really the amount of space you get for $1,200 in Miami? That's what you paying for?
Space for a table, enough space for a bed. There is space here, and for $1,200 a month, and it includes up to $100 of utilities, all $1,200. This is a good spot.
So y'all, I just came to this unit and I'm like, dang, they couldn't clean up before I come? Whatever, it's cool. I come outside and I notice I'm right in front of the jail. I am right in front of the jail. Look, you see? Hey, turn up, turn up. I got the jail lit.
I ain't renting that place either. I imagine myself sitting out there smoking a cigar, and the inmates are over there. Hell no. And it won't be to me. It'll be like to my wife. You know what I'm saying? She'll be out chilling. I'm like, oh, you should be concerned that them jokers not gonna come over, and when they get released, hey, I'm trying to reach the girl on the 30th floor. Mm-hmm.
That is so funny. They playing basketball down there, and they have a perfect view of this unit. So yeah, for only $3,000, you and your best friend could rent this 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit at downtown 5th Miami. Corner unit, lots of natural lighting. You know, everything else don't get cleaned up. It's just the view. You know, if you don't mind having friendly neighbors, they right here. They right here.
The cost of a 1-bedroom rental in Miami has gone up 48%, and that's just an estimate. As a local, as somebody who's seen how much the rent prices have gone up there, I would estimate for most people it's gone up 60%, if not more. According to the data, about 60% of Miami residents now spend at least 30% of their income on housing, while 30% of residents spend at least half of their income on housing, which makes Miami the most cost-burdened city in the country when it comes to wages versus cost of living. Condo prices in Miami have gone up 68% over the last 5 years.
Just moved into a new condo in Miami, and this is how much it's costed me.
Nah. Okay, listen, if you pick up that report in the description, you'll find out that a 1-bedroom apartment, if you're looking at Atlanta, $1,788. Miami, that same 1-bedroom, like she was standing right across the street from the penitentiary, $2,927. She is on point, because that was a 1-bedroom across from the freaking penitentiary. Hell no. I couldn't do it.
This far. Rent is $8,000 a month, but we got some nice views here. The couch is like $3K, and the blankets and pillows is another $4K. Not too bad yet, but just to move in, they required 4 months down, so that was like $32K.
Oh shoot, I thought he owned it. Oh, that's what he's renting. My man, hey, shit. If he can afford it, go for it. If he can afford it, go for it. I'm never the person, and I did this even when I was selling real estate more with traditional buyers. I don't do this with my investors now. I do this with traditional buyers. If that's what you want, go ahead and do it. At the end of the day, you're going to be the one that has to pay the bill, not me.
I had to get myself some nice tequila. If you know, you know. This office is down bad right now, but just wait till I'm done. This chair is about $1,000, but it's worth it because that's where I make my money. This coffee table ran me about $2,000. I don't even want to add everything up until I'm done because I still got to finish up my office, get some balcony furniture, and obviously some artwork too.
I just got home and
I am not mad at my man. Go do what you do. You're winning, bro. Go do it.
a letter from my apartment building basically telling me that I'm getting kicked out of this apartment. Well, not really, but that's what it feels like because tell me how they're raising their prices so much. Like so much. And it's just annoying, you know, it's really freaking annoying because I don't want to keep moving every year. But when you move, you usually get like 2 months free and stuff like that. So if I re-sign this lease, I don't get that. But anyways, that's another story. What I'm scared about is the fact that like, when are these rent prices going to stop increasing? I'm 25. I never even thought I would be paying the amount of rent that I am currently paying in this apartment. I'm very freaking lucky to be able to afford this. And it's not that I'm like scared of how I'm going to be able to afford it, the next apartment or not, but I have to move. I can't stay here. I can't accept this price that they're increasing to next year because it's insane.
Look at this nice street. You could have a 2-bedroom apartment here for $1,500 per month.
Oh. So I'm either 3,000 at the penitentiary looking over from the looking over the penitentiary, or 1,500 and I'm grounded on the ground. But I feel like that's not safe right there. I mean, that 1,500, I'd rather pay the extra 1,500 and deal with the inmates. I don't know.
Yes.
Is this stuff normal? Because this is all like a lot of this stuff. You look at this TikTok and then also YouTube short. Like, people are giving their perspective, and I respect y'all perspective. But if you're from Miami, you lived in Miami, please tell me if this is like the norm, because there's always some places where you can still, right, live good and not pay a lot. Am I crazy? Am I wrong? Maybe. Okay.
$1,500 per month, and it is renovated inside with a nice kitchen. Look at how nice that looks. Yes, it is nice. It's just a little small. That's the living room area. So at least you have enough space for a table there, like a little round table to eat at. But there's not really much of a living room. The bathroom is new in 2021. The bedroom is small. So we're looking at the latest of the offerings in Miami for $1,000. Its efficiency is $1,000, Liberty City area, and it is ready for you to move in. And here it is. This is your space, $1,000 a month, the cheapest thing in Miami. You have a closet over here. See, there's your closet, and here is your room. This is your bathroom.
Damn.
And you have your toilet over here. And that is just $1,000 per month. And this could be yours.
Hey, excuse me? Do you live in Miami?
I do.
How much do you pay for rent?
I pay $4K.
Do you mind if we come to your place?
Oh, I don't mind. Fun. This is Cookie.
Hi, Cookie.
I did this place because I needed a place that had a big enough living room for my couch because I moved from Vegas.
This is really nice. I love.
Let me know if you're gonna pay $4K a month to live there. You just let me know if this is a $4K a month style in Miami, because this. Let me know.
Windows.
It's nice layout.
I do social media, so I need a lot of like natural light. So this is my bedroom, and then I have a walk-in closet.
It's very homey. I love the furniture.
Good size shower. Like the bathroom has a nice vanity mirror. So
good lighting in the bathroom.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing down there? Okay, let me ask you a question. Is this like an OnlyFans haven? Is Miami? Because I knew Cali was like OnlyFans to be paying that price. Now, granted, I know some people do tech. I know some people do sales, right? Corporate sales. They have their own businesses. Like Miami's big for entrepreneurship. Is there? Get the report. It'll show you the breakdown. But what else are you doing down there? Where you showing me your apartment? It's 4K. And you working out.
Oh no!
You coming from a work? Oh, at least you look like you're coming from a workout. This is the only thing I have about Miami. This is my only thing. Why does everybody look like they're working out? They look like why is it? Maybe it's a healthy city. Let's talk about that. I wonder how healthy Miami is than Atlanta. But either way, okay. Not saying nothing else.
This is in Little Haiti, 2-bedroom apartment for $1,500 per month, and it is not too bad inside. $1,500. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, decent sized living area.
From that front door, I'm not even touching it. I'm not messing with it from that front door.
This is the kitchen, and they will put a stove and refrigerator there. And here is living room, and the bedrooms are this way. This is a smaller bedroom, but it does have a closet, and the bigger bedroom over here. And for $1,500 a month, it's not bad. That's a closet for this one apparently. And this way is another closet, big closet, and the bathroom. $1,500 a month, and it should be first and deposit if you have good credit, or else they'll ask for first, last, and deposit.
I've lived in Miami my entire life, and no, you should not move here. It's gotten to a point where I'm just so sick of it. I'm literally moving out. Miami has gotten so oversaturated. Like, they've done so much construction here. They've built so many buildings, and like, we cannot keep up. Like, the roads cannot keep up. I don't think there's a place that has worse traffic besides New York than Miami at this point.
We are here in the world famous Northwest Miami, west of.
Nah, I probably think, and this is from my time driving through Miami, I didn't see the traffic compared to Atlanta. I didn't see that. New York, of course, smaller metropolitan.
95, and I'm going to show you an efficiency for rent for $1,000 a month. Here's what
I mean, New York is a larger metropolitan.
you get for $1,000 a month. See, it's nicely renovated, new floors, wine racks, cabinets, and there is the room. That is the room for rent. You get a closet, and you get a bathroom, all nicely renovated. There it is, and that is the room for rent for $1,000 a month here in Northwest Miami, around 102nd Street.
You know, honestly, at $1,000, you think about it. You're gonna do a split. If you can do a split pad, if you don't know what a pad split, if you don't know what that is, that's where the rooms are shared in a house. You're probably gonna pay about probably $500, right? Other thing is, if you rented an apartment, a hotel, or you're staying in a hotel, I think the last hotel numbers I saw was you're going to be paying $300 to $400 a week. You're going to end up with somewhere around $1,600 a week. Now, also the caveat is, what does the neighborhood look like? Because I'd rather be in a hotel where I'm secured paying an extra $600 than in a neighborhood where they can just kick down my doors. Because Miami's crime rate, listen, Miami, your crime rate is insane. So if you want me to live in $1,000 spot that's an efficiency, you got to straighten up the crime over there. That's the only problem. I don't mind $1,000. I just don't want to be $1,000 in a crime-ridden area. I'm done. I moved out of Philly. This is done. It's done. I'm not going back to the way I used to.
Oh no!
It's no way. No way.
If you live in Miami, stop scrolling. If you don't live in Miami and you only vacation in Miami, you can keep going. I need the locals, okay? Hear me out. Okay. I need to know how much realistically should I plan to budget for my apartment, okay?
We are in Little Havana, and I'm going to show you an efficiency for rent for $850 a month. It's not that big, but it is a good deal if you're on a budget. $850, you get a kitchen, hot plate, enough space to cook and stuff. And here is the bathroom on this side, enough space for a bed. I might be getting a lot of messages for this one, but if you message me, make sure you have at least $2,500 a month in income. Here's a walk-in closet, and we can get you in this place quick if you're ready to move quick. This is $850 a month in Little Havana, just off 6th Street.
How much do you pay for rent in Miami?
$5K.
How many bedrooms?
1.
Wow, okay. How much do you pay for rent in Miami?
$11K.
$11K. How many bedrooms?
10.
Oh, she lying. Well, I can see paying $10K for 11 bed. That must be a mansion. It's got to be like a creator mansion. You got to have a bunch of other people in there. I don't see it.
Wow. Okay. How much do you pay for rent in Miami?
7K.
How many bedrooms?
3.
3 bedrooms. Okay. How much do you pay for rent in Miami?
10K.
How many bedrooms?
4.
What? Yo, how much do you pay for rent in Miami?
8K.
How many bedrooms?
4.
4 bedrooms. Wow. Okay. How much do you pay for rent in Miami?
5K.
How many bedrooms?
2.
Wow. How much do you pay for rent in Miami?
Right now, I am paying $14,000.
How many bedrooms?
It's gonna be 4 bedrooms, and for each lady in,
Yo, okay. How much do you pay for rent in Miami?
Way too much.
What is he running, a brothel? Is it a brothel? 4 bedrooms, 14,000 each lady. Hey, what? How many? What do you mean each lady? How many ladies? Somebody explain that to me. I'm not familiar. Maybe there is some type of pad split for ladies only, which is a dangerous thing already. Yeah, I said it, dangerous. Yeah, it's dangerous.
No.
Okay, because you don't know the woman you splitting the house with or the pad with, and sometimes y'all be bickering. I got girls, I understand. Like, kids. You know what I'm saying? So I see. Yeah. Hell no.
Around 4K. 4K? How many bedrooms? One and a half. Let's go.
Woo! Miami. I tried. This is the cheapest 3-bedroom that I can find in the Miami area. All right, here we go. So,
Okay, the sheer look of this place, the peach colored walls, the peach overlay, I'm going to have to pass with my 4K. That's it. Go ahead, let's keep going.
today's showing, I'm in Miami, Florida, and I found this 3-bedroom, 1 bath at just under 1,140 square feet. They're asking $2,475. So as we enter, we have the sun area. This is the family room. Throughout this home, there's no carpet. It's a little mix of tile and vinyl plank flooring. This is the dining room area here. We have the kitchen in the back. So there's no dishwasher, so you will have to do it the old-fashioned way and wash dishes by hand. And look, no white appliances. They have the black stove and a stainless steel refrigerator. This is one of the bedrooms here. The rooms are a pretty nice size, especially for this price point. While looking in the area, I've seen 3 bedrooms seems to average around $2,700. So with this being at $2,400 is a pretty affordable price that I seen. So this home does allow pets. So I know that's good news for the people who have pets. And I love this bathroom. It's a pretty gorgeous bathroom. I love that tile. So we have 2 bedrooms on one side of the house. The primary suite is right by the front door. On the other side of the home, there's no central air and heat in this room. You have that window unit, but it's a pretty nice room. This is the backyard. This home does come with a washer and dryer. They didn't leave the key, so I couldn't go in that room back there. That's where the washer and dryer is located. This property.
Oh, hell no. I got to walk through the storm to get to the washer and dryer. And it's old school. I get it. I really do get it. It's Florida. I get it. The homes are 70s, 60s, 50s. They did a different build out in Florida than some cities. That's why I tell people it's not just about the aesthetics of the city you move to. You got to also deal with the infrastructure. Some of these cities in the South, they're not as fortunate as Atlanta to be a location, a main location where people fly through, frequent through. Because in the A, it used to be Atlanta used to be an old train stop depot, like early 1900s. So it's not going to be. Atlanta always had traffic coming through it. It just went from being trains to being cars now, and then people. Miami didn't have that. Different type of living, different type of life, different atmosphere. Honestly, you can't really compare a lot of these places because the reality of it, I think Miami's just like California in so many different ways. People move to Cali. What did money, weed, and women? That's what Kendrick said. It came from the money, weed, and weather. Money, weed, and weather. That's it. No lie. Cali just has great weather. That's why they can charge you extra prices. Same thing with Florida. Florida has issues, but it has great weather. That's why you get in a lot of these different prices. But the infrastructure sucks, in my opinion. The infrastructure really, really sucks. Unless you live in close to the bay and downtown and places like that. But some of these older homes, man, I just can't do it.
It's located in the Miami Gardens area. It was pretty friendly. Someone walked up to me and told me how he's been in the neighborhood forever. So, all right, see you guys.
Hey, Unc been in there forever. So y'all, Unc don't pay nothing for his house. Y'all paying for the tiles, 4K, easy. Yeah, man. Hey, like, subscribe, follow, man. I wanted to give you some perspective, and I'm going to tie that on with my program. So just go ahead and grab that free PDF. That document is my gift to you. And it's interesting. I'm digging through Florida, and I think I'm digging through Florida because I am, like, really loving this Florida move. Like, if I make this move to Florida anytime in the future, I'm digging it, you know? I'm digging it, so it's cool. But Florida has another issue that's going on with it. And it's crazy when I see the apartments that are, I want to say reasonably priced, but I'm looking at what you get for it, so it doesn't feel reasonably priced to me. Like, the Florida homeowners, they have a different situation. So I'm trying to figure out, maybe this is the reason. A lot of those places look like they were done by flippers or people that actually moved up in a house. A lot of those flippers, honestly, rehabbers right now are getting their ass hung. They're getting hung out there. If you're a rehabber, just be careful. You don't make your money when you buy. I mean, when you sell, you make your money when you buy or when you rent. So you got to use that 1% rule. But some people don't know how to. So, hey, we'll do a training on that one day. Do I do trainings on this channel? Hell no. But in the Patreon, we can talk more about it because at the end of the day, knowing these 1% rules, the 70% rule, 70% of ARV minus repairs minus whatever you're going to wholesale it out and make your commission on. That stuff like that is stuff we need to know. You need to know what a burr is. And there's a lot of channels and people out here talking that. So I don't really drive down deep into it, but I am going to do some videos on it because I like people educated. Like I was talking to one of my clients that this was Saturday, and the reality of it, I said, we don't speak the same language. That's why people like me have to translate to the average people through whatever ways we can, the language of investing, the language of real estate, because real estate has a different language. The industry and then the investors. There's multiple different languages in it. I guess it's almost similar to a Middle Eastern country with a bunch of languages being spoken. But at the end of the day, that's real estate. That's it. So when somebody tells you what the ARV is after repair value, and you're going to look at them like, oh, I know how much the house is worth. Nah, we want to know what the after repair value is. Speak that language back to them. So I had to tell my client, I said, listen, I love helping you find property. We're going to find some deals. I'm looking at deals, but I need you to speak the language. We need to do that. That little small piece right there will change the way that you look at some of these deals that are out here. But if you're a homeowner and you own a property, it's rough in Florida right now. And I'm trying to figure out how they have so high rentals. That's in Miami too. I got to consider that. It is in the city. It's typically like that in a city outside versus the outside metropolitan. But I got to realize, I'm like, how is it that you can't sell? So if you can't sell, I guess they're renting them. That's when the renters come in and all of that high ass prices. But Florida people, sellers are actually panicking. And this is the last one I'm going to do. I'm going to react to this video because don't panic.
Y'all, my husband and I are listing a house in what the Wall Street Journal dubbed the worst market in America. We're listing our house in Southwest Florida, and the Wall Street Journal says it's the worst time in America for any seller to sell a house in that market. So, you know, I'm a real estate agent myself. I get the question a lot, is this a bad time for me to sell? And I just turn around and look at the person and say, you know, are you happy where you are? Can you afford to sell? Is your home or where you are in life or what you're doing working for you right now as it is? And if the answer is no, if this isn't working for you, then it's not the worst time for you to sell. This house isn't working for us anymore, so she's going on the market.
Now, here in Florida, we are the #1 state on the list in terms of foreclosures. And part of the reason is because there is so much investor activity here. It really has been this way for decades and decades. You know, real estate booms go all the way back to the early 1900s here in Florida. So it is nothing new. But this time around, a lot of it was fueled by how many home flippers got involved in the market, as well as Airbnb investors, people looking to make a quick buck. And a lot of these people use some very bad loans to get into these properties. And many of them are losing these properties because they're completely upside down now. Throw in all the hurricanes and the hurricane damage that came along with it, and regular owners who are being priced out of their homes because they can't afford the taxes and insurance anymore, or they didn't receive a good insurance payout to repair the home properly. There are a ton of reasons why foreclosures are hitting so hard here in Florida.
This is day 112 of trying to sell my house here in Florida.
Yeah, those rehabbers, man. That's why I say rehabbers. Everybody want to rehab, but nobody want to learn how to do it the right way.
And today was probably the worst day so far. We really thought that we could see the light at the end of the tunnel, but then we ended up not getting raptured, and so we're still here in our house. And it's just, this is the worst possible outcome.
Ooh. Anytime you see a house like that, the person didn't take the time to actually think about the purchase. They were so in love with the inside of the house and the features. They didn't think about that. And that's a big resale issue right there. That's a big issue. It's cool if you renting a place and that happens. You there temporarily. But I can clearly see that they can't have any low-riding vehicles. So what happens when you have a sedan that has to come up? Your sedan stays parked at the end of the street all day? Insane.
Head out for the day. Let's get everybody on board with the plan. The plan here is my condo is going up for sale, but I firmly believe it will not sell. So that means if I want to buy something in the Bonita Springs or Naples area, that means I am at the very bottom of the price range. Very bottom. If my condo sells, then my price range goes up, but I don't think my condo is going to sell. I think I'm going to have to end up renting it out. We'll have to see how that plays out.
I hate the color of that one. Yeah, not my favorite. It's not for me. Would like that one a little bit better if it had like a balcony to like, for hanging out.
Yo, this one I had to include. It is crazy. You're right. The gas is insane and y'all checking out houses.
It's kind of a small front yard. I don't know. It's like fine. I just wouldn't want to live this close to like a popular street. You know what I mean? Why would you get those shutters?
Now we have 5 houses in our little neighborhood for sale right now. It's crazy. We've never had this many houses sit on the market for this long. And a couple of them are like updated, ready to go. I live in an older neighborhood. Like our house is 40 years old. And so most of the houses, in this neighborhood, if they've not been updated, they'll need updated when people move into them. But a couple of them are updated. I mean, they're really nice. And, I know for sure our neighbor 2 doors down, like, it's move-in ready. And it's so weird that nothing is moving in. All 5 of these houses have been on the market at least 2 months, if not longer.
Florida now is at a very high risk for, some people would make the case that that bubble's already popped, that those properties are going down. I think together Florida and Texas hold 20% of all listings in the entire country right now. 2 states.
Wow.
Even compared to California, New York, the entire Northeast coast, it's ridiculous.
I have a property in Southwest Florida and I can't sell it. It's been sitting on the market for over 60 days. And now I want to rent it. But the problem is, the rents that I want won't do it. There's so many apartment buildings being built around my area. If you're wondering where I live in Cape Coral. And what doesn't help is Fort Myers is in trouble as well.
Cape Coral, the worst market in the country when it comes to foreclosures by the Washington Post. Wall Street Journal did that. Oh, God. I'm staying in Florida, bro. I still will stay. I'm telling you, the weather's nice.
So I can't rent my house because there's so much inventory out there. The builders and developers keep building apartment buildings. And I don't want to reduce the house price because I'm going to lose money. It's kind of getting scary. I don't know if you've noticed. Houses in this area have dropped up to 6.7% this year. Steepest drop since 2011. So what should I do, TikTok? Should I just reduce the price and take the loss? It doesn't look like the housing market in Southwest Florida is getting any better.
I'd like to have a quick conversation with you about
who are the boomers expecting to sell their retirement homes to? We have a number of boomer clients in.
I'm asking the same question. Damn, she nailed it. The same damn question. Who are they selling it to? My neighbor's house is on the market. Who are you selling it to? Are you selling it to the family that's trying to move up from a starter home to like a new home? Or not a new home, a larger home? Because at the end of the day, if we're talking about jobs getting cut, AI taking people's jobs, and people trying to figure out, and granted, I'm gonna tell you, not everybody's broke, bro. Don't get this twisted. First thing I learned in real estate, just because some people don't got money, don't mean that everybody over there is standing with them on that same side of the street, wearing the same type of clothes, just like they wearing, doesn't have money. Jokers got money. They just not spending it with you. That's it. Okay? Well, who they selling it to? Weird.
Fort Myers is one of the places, but there's a few other areas in Florida as well who are currently trying to sell their retirement places. Some are single family homes, some are kind of modular trailer type homes, some are condos, and they're all sort of running into the same problem. Their place isn't worth as much as they thought it was, and nobody wants to buy.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop it right there. This is where the money's made if you want to get into real estate. If you want to get into real estate, you have to now get your mind right. Stop. Don't go complaining, talking about people losing their houses and boomers or gotta sell. This is the wealth transfer. Baby boomers prior to, I think, the millennials, right, carried the most amount of wealth. Gen Zers, they were the largest with the most amount of wealth. Gen Zers are, I think they're out past the boomers. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can leave a comment. I don't mind. They outpaced the boomers as far as an amount, the quantity of them, but the boomers still lead when it comes to the actual money. So the wealth transfer, this is what we're looking at right now, and I'm just telling you what we're looking at. We're looking at that age group, 55, 60, and older. They got to get rid of the houses. My neighbor getting rid of his house. I don't know how long that's going to stay on the market. How long it's going to stay on the market? It's going to stay for a while. Anyway, at the end of the day, still, this is where the wealth transfer takes place. Whether it's taxes forcing them to sell or whether they just can't afford the mortgage anymore. A lot of them have paid off mortgages, but this is where you make money. You can use anywhere from any creative deal right now to tie them up. I get creative deal calls from investors left and right. So when people tell you that the market is crashing, it all depends where. If you've been thinking about getting into real estate, and I'm not talking as an agent, just as an investor, this is, and it's sad to say, this is the best time. This is really, truly the best time to get a hard asset and put it underneath your belt. I would suggest doing multifamily and staying away from singles. Why? Single families aren't the best income generating asset, especially since you've got one house, one door, and if that person's going, you don't have anything else supporting it. At least with a duplex, you got the other side carrying some of that mortgage, so you're making up a little bit of that mortgage. But yeah, that's the best. It is the best time to do it. It is. And that's cold. It's cold as ice. But people, if you understand it, you can freaking get rich. And damn, if you do it with AI, like we're using an AI tool right now that you put the address in, yeah, we have to train it. It'll just tell you everything about the property and what you should estimate it at. I haven't released it yet. I know some people have other ones similar, but I haven't released that one simply because I'm still training it. It does great and it's helping us make deals, but I'm still training it. But at the end of the day, between AI and between this onslaught of properties that need to be sold, people trying to get rid of them, you can make a ton of freaking money in this market if you can hone down, focus, and brand build and stop doing what some of these other people out here, I don't know what they're doing, bro.
Many have lowered their price significantly, and they still have no interest and no buyers and no takers, and they're starting to panic because they can't figure out why nobody wants it. So I kind of talked to them about something to think about in terms of who's coming up behind them that might be looking for retirement homes and how their behavior is different than prior generations, and their experience and situation is also different as well. And I can tell every time I talk about this with my clients that none of this they've ever considered, none of it they're aware of, which I find really interesting.
I don't. I got guys I work with in real estate that are boomers, and they oblivious to anybody else generation. Oh, no, y'all just got to figure it out. Yeah, I can see why this ain't so. I can tell. All these little cubby holes and compartments split.
Those steps.
Ugh.
Folks, we have rentals in Florida that are just sitting vacant on the market. You're seeing for rent signs everywhere here. The vacancy rates are skyrocketing. And now these landlords are starting to get desperate. They're doing things like offering 1 month free rent, and they're even cutting the rent. Where I'm standing right now in St. Petersburg, rents are down over 7% year over year, according to data from Apartment List. And we're quite literally seeing certain investors, certain landlords go bankrupt because they can't afford to pay the property taxes and insurance.
It's crazy. When you go into the city in Miami, you don't see that. You see a bunch of raggedy behind ones that they're charging good amount of money for, right? But when you get out of Miami, those larger metropolitans, when you start going to these places that were heavily rental, I think they were heavy retirement areas, you know, pretty much. Damn. Because the young cats, middle age, 30, 35, unless you got a job that takes you to that area, most of the time we want to be next to where the action is, you know, where you can go shop, you can walk, you can chill, got the club. A lot of these places, like, they don't have that. So what it tells me is that a lot of people who typically used to relocate to Florida, they're not relocating to Florida in the retirement phase again. Because it used to be I could sell my house here, relocate to Florida, buy another house, and I'm living under sunny weather. Now, like my neighbor next door, they never did a refi. Why would you move if you got a 3% interest rate that you got 10 years ago when you sold your other spot to move up to? You got to sell that? Or why would you move when it's paid off? Why would you do that? So they're not going to sell their stuff, their asset, their home, and then move down to Florida to buy another one or to rent another one at a high-ass rate. Yeah, Florida's got some challenges. Y'all got a lot of challenges coming.
This is also happening on condos. Condo prices and condo rents in Florida are plummeting. I'm seeing condo owners now forced to liquidate because their HOA fees are going up as much as $15,000 to $2,000 a month, and they're getting $300,000 special assessments. This is a Florida housing downturn that started in 2024 and 2025. It looks like it's about to get even worse in 2026, which is good news for you guys if you're an investor or buyer. Prices are already dropping in pretty much every market across Florida, even down in Miami. They're dropping year over year. They could drop by even more next year. And if you're a landlord, you obviously know this intimately. Across Florida, rents are dropping in most cities and those vacancy rates are going up. Especially that decline in immigration is now causing vacancies to go up in Florida and rents to drop.
I said this. I said it already, and I'll say it again. Immigration had a lot to do with the housing supply being short. Somebody said, "Oh, you're lying. Go look at my video about deportations and foreclosures." Immigration has a lot to do with the rental surplus or the rental the lack of rentals. When there are less immigrants right now that are here to actually rent places, illegal immigrants, illegal, yes, illegal. I said illegal. I didn't use the word alien. Illegal here and really shouldn't be here, visiting on a visa. However, they're getting deported, and this is what's happening to that Florida market, which is a very diverse market. Don't let nobody fool you. South Florida. That's going to happen, and it's going to continue to happen. The more that there's a push, it's going to continue to happen. You got to decide for yourself, like, hey, is this important to me or not important to me? Because I think, personally, if the borders get back open when Trump leaves office, I'm going to tell y'all, this ain't going to last forever, bro. It ain't, okay? Trump ain't going to last forever, even though. And nobody's there to continue that policy. The borders will open right back up. and your housing supply will also come back down, especially if they can get federal or local money to pay the rent. That's just my take on it. Dislike it or not, I'm at that hour in this hangout, and I'm gonna hop out because I got a bunch of other stuff to knock out. But guys, hey, like, subscribe, follow for more content. Drop a reply. If you don't like what I say, hey, tell me, say, bro, you need to stop that. But this is the lunchtime hangout, real estate lunchbox. This is when real estate meets culture, and we talk about these things. I see you guys on the next video. Remember, God loves you just the way that you are. Keep winning. Don't let these losers tell you nothing about it. Let go.